You're watching Escape Adulthood Live, your number one source for long-lasting, fast-acting, physician-approved adultitis relief.
On this week's show, we're talking about Willy Wonka, the weird way Jason draws portraits, and why you might want to start turning things upside down.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. This episode is brought to you by people like Paul Tracy, Charity Johansson, and Betty Vogt. Their membership in the Wonder and Whimsy Society supports us in this work to fight adultitis.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
If you'd like to annihilate the adultitis in your life, learn more about the Wonder and Whimsy Society, or be among the first to know about our newest offerings, become an insider at escapeadulthood.com/subscribe. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Look at my head. This is...
I see no problem.
We got bitten by radioactive spiders,
Yes.
and this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
You wish. I love Pete says, I see nothing. It looks okay to me. This is fine.
Wrong, huh?
This is fine.
Should we go back to not give
I feel
them
like the
vertigo
blood
anymore?
is rushing to my
I
head.
know. I'm getting lightheaded.
I do love how the portrait of our beautiful daughter, Virginia Rose, here is
Actually,
right
that's
side
Lucy,
up.
But
Oh!
you know, when you have 3 kids, who's to know which is which?
Especially 'cause- yeah, that's true. Okay, Lucy Ruth is right side up for the first time. And here I show
Try drinking upside down. It's not. So, like, if I were to fall, it would go like, like that, right? All right, back to right side up. Too much shenanigans, but there's a point to that. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking about why you may actually want to turn things upside down from time to time, right?
Yes, for sure.
Well, big stuff from us this week, right, Kim?
Yes, even though the weather has not quite turned into spring, our builder, Chad, who we love, he is here doing stuff. So we're excited to say there's been progress on the studio. You want to share a little bit about that?
Yes, I don't know terminology, even though my father was a contractor, worked a lumberyard. There's floor. There's floor that's been added. It used to be just a hole.
Plywood, yeah.
There was a hole, and then they put concrete in the hole.
There's a floor.
And then they put wood over the hole, and then they put more concrete down below.
Yes.
So
I
now
found
that's
this
a flat.
interesting. All winter long, the downstairs has been dirt, so that if it rained or snowed, which of course it would go into the ground and not into our basement because we have a hole cut for the basement. So they filled it with cement this week.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool.
And now if it rains, we would have a basement filled with water. So he had to put the
covering
deck
on
boards on and tarp and stuff. And so hopefully next week, walls will start.
Walls! It's getting real, guys. Jason's looking at lighting and flooring and desks and all sorts of stuff. So this is how many years worth of dreaming is in
25 years.
At least,
yeah.
Right?
From a little corner of our bedroom back in the early days of our marriage, that was my art studio. It's just one little corner.
To the basement of our other house, and I see our neighbor Meg is on tonight, and the green grass grows all around. Come on over and see the hole. Well, you can't see the hole now.
No.
You can see the flooring. So, yeah.
But anyway, as I've mentioned in previous episodes of Escape Adulthood Live, I have been taking on a new art series because currently I'm still able to operate in my temporary studio, but soon the entire wall will be taken down and exposed to the outside.
Kind of like the Kool-Aid Man?
A little bit, yeah. I love today. I talked to Chad about what the steps were and the stages and what to expect, and he said that when they pull that wall down, then they'll make sure that they cover up the windows so animals don't get in. And I was like, well, thank you. That's nice.
Can
be like Snow White and her Bambi friends and bunnies and foxes taking up residence at our house.
Raise your hand if you would like to see a video of Jason dressed as the Kool-Aid Man in red tights crashing through his art studio wall.
Not happening. That's not going to happen.
Can we do this?
No!
By popular demand. Can you guys help me? I think this is worth a rental of that suit.
It's not happening.
Well,
Anywho, I'm
do
working on a series of art because I don't know how long it'll take, and I can't work on my normal easel. So I decided to do portable art that I've been doing at the kitchen table and various places. Basically small little panels. And I've showed a few of them in the past, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to give you some of the new ones I've been working on.
Yeah,
so let's get into that.
Out cool.
Okay, so every piece that I've done is on like a little panel, and 6x6 panel, and every piece I'm kind of going into it trying to, with an objective, something I'm trying to learn or practice or whatever. And so this is one that I recently finished. Cool. This one I think got a sneak peek in the last video, but it's finished now.
The background is definitely not green.
Yeah, it was. I think it was red or something.
Yeah, and you said it was going to be green.
So my goal with this one was to practice on a highly metallic subject matter, which is what I did. And I did all of that. As I said in the past, I've been doing no more than 5 colors. So this was all with five colors.
That's kind of a fun little.
I like how that one turned out.
Yeah.
But I was kind of disappointed with that one because I was so focused on the metal and the shininess. I wasn't as loose as I wanted to be, and that's part of the reason I wanted to do this series was to loosen up a little bit, not be so tight and over-rendery as it were.
Okay. Over-rendery.
Over-rendery, yeah.
I'm sure.
So then I came up with this guy, this gorilla. And
oh boy, he's cool.
That one is better along the lines of the looseness, right? You can see certain areas. I really like where there are certain parts of the painting that are really loose and then other parts that are really tight, which is where your eye goes to.
Yeah.
So that is that one. I still might do a few little things on this one, but that's mostly done. Then the next one, and the one I'm very excited about, was doing a portrait. And people who know me from way back, like that's kind of has always been one of my best talents was capturing likenesses. I mean, these little drawings that I've done for Kim over the years, things, and I've always enjoyed that. But I have not done a portrait in a long time.
Probably a couple years.
I've kind of really been interested in doing other things, landscapes and animals and things like that. So I was like, I want to see if I can still do faces. And I know that probably sounds dumb. It's like, you can't do faces. But I was rusty. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to see if I could pull it off. And literally, I don't think I've ever done a portrait in oil, ever. The kids reminded me that one of Ginny with the Don't Stop Believin'.
Yeah,
There's a little baby
small.
face. And it wasn't
the whale is the hero of that
very
one,
big. So I got to do Mr. Willy Wonka.
That was so good.
And so there you go. That one is done. It's still actually wet, so I have to be careful with this one as I drop it.
No.
But yeah, that was one. And this is what happens with portraits: is I get to a certain point and I'm like, not gonna make it. This is not working. It's bad. And it was his eyes. Something was wrong with his eyes, and I kept working on it, and then it popped into place. I got it just right. And I don't know what you guys think, but I'm very happy with how this one turned out.
Brenda and Helen said the exact same thing. Wow. Which I know was like my reaction to you guys. Like, wow, how did you, first of all, how? And then the color is really cool to me. I love the color, the feel. It just you feel like you're entering into his world. Mm-hmm. Kind of like that mystical purple candy land, right? Yeah. So you nailed it. Could we look at it through your phone? Would that be kind of fun too?
Yeah.
There's a lot of detail that I'm sure that the distance is not showing. Good to see you, Tyler and Christy. There's so many awesome people here tonight. That's awesome.
All right.
Okay, let's see if we can get a little closer. Yes, you guys, you have to see this closer. Right?
You get pretty good.
Yeah,
that's
those eyes are pretty awesome. And the hair,
I love the hair. That's what the color of the hair and the lighting was pretty cool.
Rich asks, do his eyes follow you when you move in the room? Seems like they would. All of his portraits do that, Rich. I don't know how he does that. I don't know if that's a trait of all portrait artists, if you guys all do that, or if that's just you.
I don't know.
Beth says, looks great, and you nailed the eyes. Looks right through you. I know, right?
Yeah, the eyes, that's what was the key. And it was just like, that's what's hard doing people whether it's a family member or a famous person, is you just know them. Like, I'm a big Star Wars fan, and there's not a lot of people who can do Harrison Ford right. Drew Struzan is one of my favorite artists.
True. Yep.
Does a great job with Harrison Ford, but a lot of times you're like, something, you don't even know what's wrong with it. It's just like, something's not quite right. So it's very hard. Now, the downside, so every painting I try to accomplish something, and then afterwards I kind of evaluate it, and then it kind of gets me thinking like, okay, now what? Now what do I do next? And so the one thing I wasn't happy with is I think I was over rendery again. And that's kind of my training as an illustrator and trying to make things look exactly right. I don't use enough of my artistic license.
Yes.
I'm too much of a slave to what the picture shows, and I'm trying to make it exactly like that. And I got a little bit too tight than I would like to, but again, giving myself a break, because that wasn't the point of this one. It was just to see if I could do the likeness. So now, maybe the next one, I'm not sure. I might do another portrait and then try to loosen it up a little bit and get a little bit more creative with it.
Hildy is wondering if you could take the hair color from Willy Wonka and put it in her hair. And I would like to also be at that party if we could have some fun. That would be awesome, Hildy.
Yeah, you just have to get some really cool lights. I think that's all that is. Just like pink and purple lights.
I don't know. It's worth a try, right? Yeah. That's awesome.
So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will. I'm going to be posting those probably on Instagram. You can check it out at Escape Adulthood, which is my Instagram handle, along with more of my thoughts on these paintings as they go along. But thought it'd be kind of fun to share that. So thank you for that.
For you.
Yes.
And feel free to throw questions out. We can answer them later in the show too. How many of these do you predict that you will make?
I don't know.
I mean, it really is having to do with the studio being under construction. But like, if you had to guess, what would you say?
Well, that's the other thing is the other paintings I was trying to get done in less than 2 hours.
That's not happening.
Really took me longer.
Yeah.
So that'll be another goal. Is like, okay, what would a portrait look like in an hour and a half? Like, and then it's done. Like, just let it be.
That would be crazy.
We'll see. But yeah, I don't know how many.
We're looking at least 20.
Possibly, yeah. I think he said it would probably be June.
Yeah.
End of June before the studio is completely done. So
yeah.
Yeah. Exciting. Rich asked, how many painting hours so far this year? I don't know exactly, but I know I'm on pace. I'm on pace to the day. I'm supposed to average about 8 hours a week, I think. And so far, so good. But we've been taking a little bit of a break this week, kind of like a pretend staycation spring break. And it's hard not being in a routine.
Yeah.
So,
right.
But I'm so far, so good. So thank you for asking.
Yeah.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
All right, you guys. We're sold out.
It's happened.
Sold out. Yeah. Well, we had 10 tickets left last Wednesday on show number 91. Here we are, show number 92. And every golden ticket has been purchased. They are spoken for. We are ready to really hit the ground running on this. So thank you guys for spreading the word. I know it doesn't work out for some people this year for a lot of different reasons, weekends, travel plans. But definitely we appreciate you guys and what you've done to kind of help, share the news.
Yeah, I'm very excited about every single person that is coming.
A lot of newbies.
A lot of new people. Some people I don't even know. Never made the acquaintance yet. Other people that are coming back for. There's one woman who's going to be there. This is our 9th summit. She'll be there for the 9th summit. She's the only one left who's been to all 9. So
that's exciting.
That's exciting. So now what's really cool is we've been, planning things along, but now we can really sink our teeth into the fun and the magic and the details and making it a wonderful experience for everyone who's coming.
In fact, a week from tonight, at this very time, Rachel and Jenna will be arriving here in Sheboygan for a few days. We're going to be having a little staff retreat, and top of our priority, of course, is the Escape Adulthood Summit and all the magic. So we're excited.
Now, just to let you know, if you are disappointed that you missed out, from time to time, people can't make it. We've already had a few people that couldn't, something came up at work or whatever, and they had to get a refund or whatever. So we currently don't have any tickets available, but if you would like to join the waiting list, go to escapeadulthoodsummit.com. There's a little link there to email us that you'd like to be on the waiting list. We cannot make any promises, of course, but if you're interested in jumping in, you missed the window, maybe there's a chance. Can't make any promises, but that's what you need to do if you're interested. And of course, you need to be an Escape Adulthood insider to be able to know when we come out with the stuff we're coming out with. So those are the people who find out about all of our crazy shenanigans first. So make sure you're subscribed to that.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Well, whenever I draw a portrait, I always do something that my wife thinks is weird. After I get the major shapes and outlines blocked in, I turn my reference photos and artwork upside down. Then I keep drawing. The reason I do this is because inevitably during the course of a portrait, I get to a point where something seems off. Because I think I know what a nose is supposed to look like, I get lazy and I draw what I know, not what I see. So turning my paper upside down tricks my brain into forgetting that this is a nose, so I can see it for what it really is, areas of shape and form. In order to nail the likeness, I need to focus on values and lines, not noses and eyes. I need to rely on reality, not assumptions. This simple trick immediately allows me to see where I went wrong so I can make the necessary adjustments. The cool thing is that you can use the same strategy to make your life, relationships, or business better. Sometimes it's not new ideas we need, but a new perspective. Spend the day doing the work of a frontline employee. Explore how people do what you do in other countries around the world. Or maybe you and your spouse could swap chores for a few days. The point is to let go of your assumptions and experience something as it really is. Isaac Asimov said, "Your assumptions are your windows on the world." Scrub them off every once in a while, or the light won't come in. If something you care about isn't quite turning out the way you'd like, such as a business, relationship, or project at work, give yourself a new perspective and a shot at a breakthrough. Turn things upside down.
I love this one because it is as simple as just a new framework of looking at something, a new conversation, maybe saying, hey, what if we actually don't do that this year? Maybe it's like a stop doing kind of perspective, right?
Right. Yeah, it's just about, like I said, in the one, like swapping roles of I think we make a lot of assumptions, and that's kind of the whole point, right? Is we make assumptions about how someone is thinking or why they're doing something. And if we actually communicate with them or try to figure it out, and that could be like your spouse, like, I hate when my spouse always leaves the socks out or whatever, or does this with the dishwasher, whatever. Sometimes just like asking why or communicating about it can make a big difference. And the same thing goes with like a customer or a client, where we assume maybe the reason they didn't call us back is because of some reason we concoct in our head. And really those assumptions don't always serve us very well.
Right.
So that's kind of
They're very distracting.
The goal is to kind of shake things up a little bit. And if we need to turn things upside down, then that can help. Okay, well, this one is going to be fun. If you are joining us for the first time, this is called Let's Draw. And I'd love for you to go step by step with us to kind of draw something kind of different today. So it's going to be really simple, but it's actually a little bit more advanced than we normally do, which I know sounds kind of weird, simple but advanced. But follow along, and I think it'll turn out just fine. So let me get my my cheat sheet here. All right, now we're going to start out with kind of a curvy shape like that. Okay. Now we're gonna kind of fill that in, so it kind of almost looks like a snake, maybe. There you go. All right, now we're gonna draw a couple lines like this. And then we're gonna top it off with a little bit of a rounded top like that. And then I'm gonna draw another line right there. Now I'm gonna draw part of a circle, but not the whole thing. I'm gonna start out just kind of like this. End it right about there, right at the side. All right, and now we're gonna draw a little wavy part right there. And this doesn't have to be perfect, okay? As always, a little bit of a discrepancy adds some character to it. Now this, I'm not even gonna explain too much of this. I'm just gonna draw this shape because this straight shape can be a little bit wonky. There's a hint for you. But just kind of go with a little wavy little, almost kind of looks like a flame, I guess. Just sort of unkempt, right? And then over here, we're going to do a similar thing, but I'm not going to make it stick out as much. All right. Now we're going to do...
Got some good guesses here tonight, by the way.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a little line down like that. Almost like a little cane, right? And then same thing on the other side. Do some symmetry here. And then we're going to connect those lines with a little round line, a little bendy line there.
Bendy.
And then remember that snake we drew at the beginning? We're going to do something similar. We're going to do another one of those like this. Okay.
Uh-oh.
We're going to just put it right here.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And then under that, we're going to draw two more lines, but these are going to be shorter. All right. And then connect those guys up. All right. Now we're going to draw a square right there. And then we're going to draw a triangle on each side. I guess it's technically more of a, not a triangle.
I know what you're talking
Trapezoid,
about.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. And then we're going to draw little ribbons coming down like that. So we got a little tie going here.
Cute.
And then line down this way, line down this way.
I like Mike's guess.
It's Slash from Guns N' Roses. Could be. It could be.
Right.
You could turn it into that. All right. Now we're going to draw little triangles on each side of the bow tie.
This is a little more complicated.
It is, right? But you're following along good. And a couple other little lines down with the little zigzag. And then we're going to take that and connect it down to this point down here.
Okay.
And then this guy needs a little face, I think. So we're going to give him this classic carrot little people nose from the old Fisher Price. A couple eyes. And a nice little Gene Wilder smile right there. And we've got a little Fisher Price.
He's so cute.
Willy Wonka.
I've never drawn a little people.
Now you have.
A little person.
Little
people person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm gonna go see if I can remember from the thing coloring him in.
How did yours turn out?
How do we do? It's
did you
next
do
level. It's next level.
I
kind of would like to see the Guns N' Roses version.
Mike?
Slash.
Well, back in the day, Mike had quite the digital contributions.
Yeah, he has done some pretty crazy.
I would love to see the next level on that. Little homework assignment, maybe.
He's like, I don't have anything else going on in my life.
Only if you want to, Mike. We're not telling you what to do. If it's fun, right?
It kind of sounded like you were telling him what to do, though.
Well, I think he can make his own choices, but, Oh, yeah, this is looking good.
I was excited this week, and we'll show these in a little bit, because we had some couple new contributors to Let's Draw.
Yes.
We always love to see what you guys draw. And someone had sent in like 5 drawings that she had done over the weeks. She just hasn't had a chance to send them in.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And she talked about how she is often in a situation with her life right now where she's often isolated. And so doing these little drawings with us kind of helps get her out of the doldrums of loneliness, which is really nice.
Great. I'm glad that it brings a little extra connection and knowing other people are doing it too. It's kind of fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of joining in the virtual community here. How's yours coming? Oh, yeah.
It's coming on pretty good, I think.
Not bad. I tell you what, guys, every time I use these crayons, I'm like, how come I only do this once a week? I need to use these crayons more often. It's just a good escape here.
Yep. All right. So he kind of has these like little squiggly shirt.
Yeah,
So
like
I'm gonna,
fancy.
Yeah, so I'm just going to draw little squiggly lines there.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
And I'm going to add a little highlight because these little people toys were plastic, of course. So if you do a little bit lighter color on the edges, or if you're one of those people who is not working like you with the crayon, then what you do is you just go darker for the shadow side.
Okay.
And this is one of my favorite little things, a little shape I like to add to these little people. Because I do these, I call them my pop culture people. I've done a bunch of these over the years. And I add this kind of little shape that gives it more of that three-dimensional feel. It's almost like a, you know, I don't know what, an arc, I guess.
Okay.
So, there we go. A little Willy Wonka action
get to
tonight.
The bottom, but that's okay. I'll show you what I got so far. There he is, little Willy. I can't wait to see yours. Share it with us, please. We would love to see it, and we would love to share it. You know, if there is a reason why you're not sharing it, and one of them is because you don't want us to share it, you can always say that. You can say, this is just for you, but please don't share it. You know, I would hope that's not the reason, but if that is, at least share it with us, right?
Yeah, and then we'll
post it all over the internet.
So, no, we won't. Well, here we go. Lori Garrison sent one in from many episodes ago, which is totally fine. Like some people take a while to catch up on these, and we have a whole playlist of these on our YouTube channel. So pick and choose.
Don't you love the trees?
I do. I love the trees. I love the color. I love the little, looks like little lips on the little snails. Yeah, pretty great.
That's a cute one.
And then this is from a few weeks ago. Martha with the little Easter bunny, Easter egg. She added in those little flowers, and
I know
it's really good.
So
and
joyful.
then her husband Rich also contributed that week with his little guy, little Charlie Brownie, going on here.
That turned out cool.
And that's pretty good. And another new contributor, Sue Gudenkoff.
Oh, man.
Drew the ugly cookies last week and did a mighty fine job, if I do say so myself.
I would eat these.
Yeah. I think those look pretty good, Sue. Thank you for playing along with us.
And it's Betty Cracker's Best Love Cookie Treasure.
I know. I like that little connection there. So, good work. And please, again, send your drawing to kj@escapeadulthood.com. All you have to do is most people just take a little shot on their phone and just email it off to us. It doesn't have to be anything officially scanned in or anything like that. But love to see you with you. Thank you for drawing with us tonight. All right, here's your meme of the week. When you turn a stormtrooper's helmet upside down, they are much less serious looking.
That's freaky.
It's pretty good, huh? Steven Saki sent that to me a while ago, and I kept that
it's legit, too.
Such a time as this.
Man.
It's pretty
I know.
Okay, well,
I can look at that for a long time. I keep.
I know
like,
it almost
matching. I'm
it almost feels
it?
like, is it the same thing?
It
Yes, it
is.
is.
I
Yes,
know.
it is. So, a couple things here I want to share for tonight. The first one is a really great email that I got from Angela Reingens. And I got permission to share this. I loved it so much. And so this is a good example of how you turn something maybe not so good upside down and the good that can come from it. Okay. So she admitted that her adultitis panties were in a big bunch the other day. Wanted to share the remedy we found and future prognosis. She said everything felt topsy-turvy and upside down. Our propane tank ran out of fuel. We ran out of money for more fuel. The delivery receipt for our last fuel fill was only 2 weeks ago. How can we possibly be out of fuel? It's mid-April in Wisconsin, snowing like a blizzard. Snowmen in late April, green grass covered in snow. Still light at 8 p.m. like a summer night, but freezing like a cold winter night. Spent hours on the phone with the fuel company trying to find out what happened. The answer... fuel receipt from Philip was 2 weeks ago in 2019. So there must have been some sort of a miscommunication that happened or something.
Right.
Everything felt backwards and upside down. Our hands were in the air in defeat. So what did we do? And pay attention because this is what an adultitis fighter does. We made a delicious pineapple upside down cake, used the heat from the oven to stay warm, ate upside down cake, out of the pan, in bed.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Our persistence is, she said, it was one of the best nights we've ever had.
Oh.
Thank you. I don't know why she's thanking me, but thank you. Our persistence to fighting adultitis allowed us to turn the entire situation upside down on its head. Prognosis, great date night. Fuel truck is on the way. Emergency fee waived. What a wonderful opportunity that presented itself for us. Thought I would share. Angela Reingens.
Oh, I have like goosebumps.
You did.
Angela, that is some serious adultitis fighting and winning.
Yep.
And your example is going to inspire so many others. That's epic.
Yeah. So thank you, Angela, for sharing that. Kudos and congratulations to you for really turning the tide, turning the tables on
Isn't it a familiar
adultitis.
story? Like,
yeah,
all of it.
because that's life.
Right.
That's life. The specifics are different.
Right.
But the generalities we can all relate to, and sometimes you just need that.
You know what I think? I would have personally stopped at just eating my favorite dessert. I wouldn't have taken it to the next level and brought the dessert in bed.
And ate it out of the pan.
Yeah,
Right?
Like those two final details
Yeah.
are what make this story so epic.
Yeah.
So kudos, Angela. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Inspiring. Speaking of inspiring, another little thing to mention is this month's Adultitis Fighter of the Month,
Oh, legit.
Pete Nanavasa.
Woo! Pete!
Here he is.
Oh, this is classic.
serious-
And I think Pete's on
serious
tonight. I
Pete.
saw him earlier.
He was earlier, at least. Yeah. So Pete was named the Adultitis Fighter of the Month for April. For every adultitis fighter, we always interview them and create a nice little post, send them an award with a small original painting and some other fun shenanigans.
I can't imagine why Pete won this. I'm kind of.
Can you?
We'll see.
It doesn't seem. Yeah.
I mean.
So something he loves doing as a child, he still does in some form today, was write, play card and board games, go fishing. I love this. We know him because he's in the Wonder and Whimsy Society, and he talks a lot about his grandkids, and that it's a big part of his life.
Yeah.
And they have been among the greatest influences in his fight against adultitis. He says, "I love to observe and enjoy who they are, and not mold them to the expectations of the world." And boy, would it be wonderful if we all had someone in our lives like that. He also gives a shout out to Escape Adulthood as an influence full of laughter and reminders like don't take everything so seriously, break the rules, eat dessert first, right?
Nice.
I love this picture of him.
Oh, his Halloween costume.
Dinosaur. So what's your strategy for dealing with people who are obviously infected with adultitis? He says, eek! Try to inject some humor. Be vulnerable. For example, self-deprecating humor seems to go a long way, but you need to get a feel for how it would be received. So yeah, that's a really good, I like that. The self-deprecating humor as a way to kind of break down the barrier a little bit is good. Shows your vulnerability. And he has advice. So we ask, what advice do you have for someone who's feeling overwhelmed by adultitis? He said, find a friend and laugh.
Aww.
Go on an adventure. Read Calvin and Hobbes, Wallace the Brave, or Mother Goose and Grimm. Take a break from everyday life and just relax. Breathe. Always remember that you are good enough. So that's good advice. And then those last words of wisdom is that though in our hurried and busy to-do lives, we tend to forget it, everyone has a gift they can share to lift others up. Discover it, reflect on it, use it. And Pete sure does that, doesn't he?
You are such a shining example of that. So it does not surprise me that you would kind of leave us with those final words. But I want to be like Pete when I grow up.
I know. I want to have a dinosaur costume like that.
It's just an Amazon purchase away. I'm sure he'll give me the link.
It
is pretty epic.
Unachievable.
With that hat and that look on your face, Pete.
Yeah.
It's classic.
It's pretty good.
Thank you for shining so bright, Pete. You inspire us, and we are honored to call you our April 2022 Adultitis Fighter of the Month.
Indeed. It's that time of the show. It's giveaway time.
Let's do
what
this.
can they win, Kim?
Oh, you're going to want this $10 gift card. It's so comfortable, and it really does redeem well at the lemonade stand.
So comfortable. Comfortable, $10.
Right?
So here's how you win. You just have to answer this question in the chat. If Willy Wonka asked you to design a new type of candy, what would you create?
Ooh.
You remember the some of the ones that he was working on in the movie?
Yeah.
Like the gum that never loses its flavor. That was a big one. But then the one that was like it was a meal, right?
Oh,
like one piece of gum turns into
there's like a roast beef and like potatoes.
It wasn't ready yet, but the girl with the gum chewing girl.
By the way, while you guys are sending your answers in, we had a winner from last week, and I have not heard back from her. And that was, who was it again?
Cynthia Sam McCarthy is what she goes by on Facebook.
Last week, and she commented, "You were our winner, Cynthia." Or if anyone knows Cynthia and can tell her, I sent her a message, but because we're not friends, she's probably not seeing it. Not that we're not friends, but you know how it goes. Social media laws here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you know Cynthia, give her a little heads up that she has a $10 gift card we can send her. So are we getting some good ones?
It looks like we might. Yeah, I assume this is answering the question. Screaming Yellow Wonkers.
Ooh.
I'd like to try that. It sounds
like maybe it's
curious.
Like something that screams in your mouth?
Perhaps.
It seems like something from Harry Potter.
I hope. Yeah, maybe that's actually a thing from another show.
I don't know.
Edible crayons.
Ooh,
that's a good idea. I like that. Ellen. It's
that
good.
Would be good. Like the mac and cheese
edible
crayon.
lemonade stand gift card. Only edible after you redeem it. Yeah. Is it forget to redeem it, and then it's
is it lemon flavored?
Smears. Not good. Everlasting holiday classic. Chocolate covered nerds. Easier than eating both at the same time.
Pete is here. Hello, Pete.
Yep.
Congrats on your little segment there.
S'mores taffy.
Ooh,
I like that.
Interesting.
Like that. Yeah. Mini upside down cakes. There you go, Lucy.
Like that. Nice.
Dark chocolate bacon caramel lollipop.
I'm just taking every part of that in. Yeah. I'm just like receiving.
It's one of those things that gets better as you read it.
I know, and you're like, and it's a lollipop. I just have to hold the stick.
Although I love Jeff, a brownie that goes to work for me. That's good. I like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
That one confuses me, but I still love it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need one of that. Marty. Speaking of Marty, like a Marty candy?
Marty candy.
Yeah.
That'd be cute.
It'd be good.
Maybe like licorice or something.
How about you, Kim? You got anything that comes to mind?
I kind of like going back to Jeff's. Like, I like the idea of applying actions to
what
food.
It does for
I
you.
know.
Yeah.
That just kind of blew up my mind a little bit.
I think it would be great to take a Three Musketeer.
Oh, this is my favorite candy, you guys. He's going to say something
What
really
you do
bad.
to make it good? No.
No.
You know what would be good?
No, it's already good.
You know what would be good?
It's already
Is if
good.
you added caramel
And peanuts?
and peanuts.
Ah!
I think you'd have a winner on your hand. I think it would be edible.
But then it wouldn't be pure with just plain nougat.
It would be crap if you didn't have that. That's what that is.
Oh, you guys.
Okay, get that down.
This is
Get
all
that
about
down. We
who
can't
likes
see the
Three Musketeers. If you like them, you're on Team Kim.
calorie-free chocolate. There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
Mary Beth. Now there we go. Here is some practical.
Oh, here we go.
ideas.
Duran, hungry like the wolf, chocolate-shaped wolves. It's not an official episode of Escape Adulthood Live
We
unless
love
there's a
you,
Duran.
Sharon.
I'm gonna need to get like a little button that plays a little Duran
Yes.
clip or something.
Why haven't you already?
I don't know. I
Come
just
on.
thought of it now.
I love
need
that.
to do that.
I love that.
Um,
Nick Wesson, Team Kim. Three
Not so
Musketeers.
soggy cereal candy.
I'm going to put a Three Musketeers in your gift bag at the
Nick,
summit.
you are uninvited from the summit. Your golden
You
ticket.
look in your
has
your
been
bag. You will have a
rescinded.
Three Musketeers in your bag at the summit.
Everyone
I
else will have a
promise you.
Snickers bar. You're welcome.
Oh, man.
Hildy, candy controlled by your brain. Whatever candy you visualize, it will turn into candy. Turn the candy into that.
Oh, see?
Now we're good.
Our brains are smart enough to do this, Hildy. I
Mhm.
agree. I think we should just go with that.
I am snickering.
Does that mean she likes Snickers?
Chocolate gum.
Is that what that means? I don't know.
She didn't say Team Kim.
Kim.
Malted milk ball tree.
Ooh.
There you go. Just like go
that's cute.
harvest your malted milk balls on a daily
Yeah.
basis. Be good.
Ooh.
Brenda's just simply in team chocolate. She's equal opportunity.
You know,
Appreciate
I
that.
think we can all just meet in the middle on that one.
Nick is
right?
still Team Kim. You be you, Nick. You be you. Sorry. Edible
Ooh.
dark chocolate bubbles.
Oh, this is
It's
fun.
good, Beth.
Like you
It's good.
literally blow them and then try to eat them.
Sure.
I love that.
Why not?
I
Why
love
not?
that's
It's good
very
stuff, you
Willy
guys.
Wonka, Beth. That is
I love
very.
it.
I also am picturing maybe like a tree that rains down like mini M&Ms or something.
Okay. Or Skittles.
Yeah,
Taste the rainbow.
I picked mini because I feel like the full size would just be like too much.
Peanut M&Ms.
Like like the brownie
Kale
M&Ms.
size.
By the way, if you've not tried the brownie M&Ms, the next time you're in Walmart, like just do yourself a favor. I
Just
mean,
open the bag up while you're in the middle of the aisle.
you're welcome. I mean, they were amazing. I introduced your brother Doug to them, and he was like, "Ooh, yeah, those." I'm like, "See,
But
so,
will it go to work for you? That's the
in
question.
this world
Jeff
of Willy
Jones
Wonka,
wants to know.
I know. I agree.
All right. Well, good work, you guys. I think this is some of your best creative work
Kristen,
in a while.
Team Kim.
Nick likes the pretzel
Oh,
M&Ms. There you go. Yeah,
Salt,
they're-
yes, salt and
it's good.
sweet.
It's good.
I wish they had pretzel dark M&Ms.
Probably will by the time this episode is over. I'm sure that the
pink
Mars
fountain.
the
Ooh.
Mars people are watching this as we speak.
I think we should have a
Tune in.
chocolate fountain at the summit.
Let's see if it's in the budget. All right. Well, here's your prescription before we let you go. Talking about changing things upside down, changing our perspective. Challenge an assumption. Approach an area of your life from a new perspective this week. Especially maybe one that you're struggling with, stuck on, frustrated by. Maybe you need to come at it from a different angle. Turn things upside down. Maybe that'll make a difference.
And at the very least, just eat some dessert in bed.
Well, that's prescription number 2. If that fails, eat pineapple
judging.
upside down cake in bed.
We are not
That's it,
judging.
that's it, right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we would love it if you are not already a subscriber to The Insider. Go to escapeadulthood.com/insider and be a part of this amazing community. The first people who find out all of the new things we have going on. We do have Rich Henderson earlier. I saw your comment. You were asking about Kim's book, The Progress.
Thank
Do you want
you
to
for
share
asking.
a little detail on that?
Yes. So it is probably 2 to 3 weeks out from handing off to our editor. So that means I'm in final edits on my end. Jason's going to do a quick read through and off it goes. It's 19,000 words. So It's ready.
Yo.
I hope.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we're looking at a fall release, so we're excited. Many of you are possibly going to be emailed if you've been a diehard Wonder Hunter. I may be emailing you for a couple things, so don't be surprised to see my name in your inbox. But it's coming together. Thank you, Rich. We're excited.
I also made a challenge to her as she was writing the book that she needed to use the phrase "come at me, bro," in the book somewhere. And I think you did.
It is currently the title of chapter 2.
There we go.
But we'll see what the editor thinks. The editor's like, why? This was needless.
Come at me, bro.
You didn't need to do that. And I'm like, I did. But it probably doesn't have to be a chapter title.
I didn't say that. I just said it has to be somewhere in the book. Come at me, bro.
Make sure you saw it.
Come at me, bro.
So
that's the reason I bring that up too, is because obviously if you're an insider, you're going to find out the minute that comes off the hot press.
Yes.
And secondly, I wanted to do a little mention to my father tonight, whose oldest brother passed away last night. Was 11 or 12 years older than my dad. And it wasn't a surprise. He had some health challenges and had been going through some difficult times of late. My dad actually had a chance to drive down and meet with him one last time a few weeks ago, which went really well. And so we're just sending out our well wishes to my dad and my uncle and my aunt and all of my cousins and everyone that is part of the family during this difficult time. So our thoughts are with you guys.
Yes.
And that is it for today. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of it, for tuning in. That's it for this show. Until next time, Adultitis Fighters.
Shine on, spread whimsy, keep being awesome.